Welcome everyone, my name is Jesus Nava. This is the Getting Started with TradeStation. We're going to do the web and mobile to show you some of the functionality that is available to you so that you can access your trading account on the go by using a web browser or using the mobile app. So let's get started. Keep in mind that every symbol and idea that I present here is for educational purposes only. It is not a recommendation of TradeStation, and also everyone here should be aware of the risks that are associated with online trading, especially when it comes to options which carry a high degree of risk. I'm going to share two links that go into more detail about our risk disclosures, and they're also available on the TradeStation website. Okay, so welcome everyone. We are going to get this class started. I'm going to switch over to my screen. This is my web trading application, and the first thing that I want to explain to you is that everyone that has a funded account with TradeStation also has access to web trading. In this particular case, I'm using Chrome, which is the web browser that our engineers have optimized web trading for. But you can use web trading on any browser that you have on your computer. I've tested it on Safari, I've tested it on Internet Explorer, Firefox, and they all seem to work very well. But if you have Chrome, that's even better because web trading has been optimized to run on that browser. The way that you access web trading is by going to TradeStation.com. Right on our website, you're going to find a login button at the very top that when you click on, it'll give you an option to log into the Client Center, to Web Trading Live, or Web Trading Simulated. So the same behavior that you find on the platform, on the computer, where you choose live trading or simulated environment, you also have it here, and I've logged into my simulated environment. This is what web trading looks like. Okay, I'm going to go over some of the layout features. At the very top, you have a layout manager that allows you to control how many panels your screen is going to be divided into. The default is the two-panel layout, which is a panel on top and a panel at the bottom, which is the one that I'm going to use. But play around with all the different features there. You can rearrange your web trading experience in any way possible. Also, the panels have a maximize button. You can see it right here on the chart. If I click on that maximize button, it'll blow up the panel so you can see more detail. And you just need to click on that little button at the top again to restore it to its original size. Every panel has its own gear, which is a formatting button. Right here on charting, it'll take you to additional menus. If you go to the gear in the quotes, it'll also give you additional things that you can format about the quotes. The quotes tab, the tab where you insert the symbols that you want to track. Right here at the top, you have a symbol where you can, or a symbol box where you can type in a symbol, and you have one at the bottom as well. So if I want to type in Facebook, I just type in Facebook, hit enter, and that loads the data on my quotes. On my view right now, I have my quotes linked to my chart so that whenever I click on a symbol in my quotes, the chart updates. The way that you link tabs in web trading is by clicking on the little box right here on the left of the name of the tab. So by clicking there, you can choose to link by symbol or symbol and interval. I have mine on symbol only, but the same cyan box that I selected here, I have to select it right here on my chart, and that makes the tabs linked. So that when I click on the last price of Cisco, for example, you see how the chart at the bottom changes to Cisco. If I click on the last price of AMAT, then AMAT gets loaded. My chart at the bottom is showing these shaded in gray areas that are the pre and post market activity for these symbols. So if you want to modify or remove that pre and post market activity and only concentrate on the regular session, you come over here to the gear and you have a menu for sessions where you can choose what type of session you want displayed. If I want to just do the regular session, there it goes, and I see the regular session for AMAT. On the tab itself, you have the ability to change the symbol as well. So if I want to see Twitter, I can just type in TWTR without having to use the quotes. So you can just change it right there on the tab. You also have a data interval dropdown that allows you to change the interval of the chart. So if I want to see a daily chart of Twitter, there it is. And If you were here with me in the class this morning, you know that I placed some trades for Twitter this morning, and that trading activity is what's showing here on the right-hand side. So your charts are also connected to your trading account, so your trades will appear there. If I switch over here to a 5-minute, I can see more details of those orders, and you can see where my stop is at the moment. You do have the ability to trade from a chart, which is excellent functionality here in web trading. But the whole idea behind providing this web trading application is for you to access your trading account on the go. In fact, a lot of TradeStation users like the web trading experience because it's much more simplified than the one on the computer. You have the ability to switch from tab to tab. We have a positions tab that gives you a list of your open positions, and then you have the orders tab, which, as we saw in the software, you have the Trade Manager window. This is like the Trade Manager. It gives you a list of all the different orders that have been placed in your account. From the Positions tab, you have quick closing functionality. So let's say that I wanted to close my Bank of America position. I can click on this X on the far left, and this provides me with a confirmation window asking me if I want to close or sell the 500 shares of Bank of America that I own. I'm going to cancel out of this. I just wanted to show you that those X's on the left-hand side is a quick way for you to close any open position. You also have this link next to the X. Those links and X's also appear in the quotes window, but the X in the quotes window is just to remove the symbol from the quotes. The X on the positions tab is to actually close the open position. But we also have the chain here, and the chain is, as the name implies, to open up an option chain on that symbol. So if I wanted to trade options on Cisco, I can click on the chain for Cisco, and this opens up an option chain tab for me in web trading, allowing me to look at bid, ask prices for puts and calls on Cisco. Right now, I'm showing verticals. So if I wanted to do single, okay, I see the strike price is right in the middle. So if I wanted to trade, let's say, if I wanted to buy a call, let's say that I wanted just to do a call here because I'm interested in buying Cisco at a strike price of 32. You click on the asking price, and that'll be switched and sent over here to the options order bar, allowing me to send that trade. So here's one contract with a strike price of 32. If I want to do a limit price, let me do the natural price of 34 and send the order. I'm going to say send this confirmation, and the order gets sent. Right here, the sent order. Let's see if that opened up a position. Okay, the order has not been filled. If I go to my orders, I can see it right there at the top. The order has been received. And notice here in the orders tab, you have not only the X to cancel an order, you have the CR to cancel replace. So let me click there for a moment. And this is the cancel replace dialog that allows me to cancel the order. And I'm going to cancel it and replace it with a market order. Proceed. Order filled. And I get an audible confirmation that my order has been filled. And when I go to my positions, I see that that Cisco call is part of my list of positions in my account. Let's say, for example, my Microsoft order, my Microsoft position. Let me see if I have anything on Microsoft. Okay, I have a target and a stop on Microsoft. Let me see what I have on Bank of America. Okay, on Bank of America, I have a long position. Let's set up a trailing stop on Bank of America. So I'm going to go over here to trade. All right, Bank of America. Notice that you have the order type here, and you can say, I want a trailing stop. And the trail amount, I want the trail amount to be 15 cents. Once you set in your amount, you can say, I want the order to be good till cancel, because the day order is a type of order that gets canceled in the day. And then you say, sell. And then you send it. So now I have a trailing stop exactly 15 cents below the market. Actually, trailing stop it's going to be 15 cents, exactly 15 cents below the current trading price, which is 24.66. So that's an interesting way of setting a trailing stop. One of the nice things about charting in web trading also is that you can click and drag any active order that you see there in the account. So if you want to change the trail amount and change it to, let's say, 2440, by clicking and dragging, I'm able to adjust any active order right from within the chart, which I think it's a great functionality. Some other features here that I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy. I talked about option chain. I talked about charting. In charting, if you're looking for indicators, they're all available here in the gear. You click on Studies, and you can insert, let's say that I want to do a Bollinger Band. I add it, click OK, and that's going to add the Bollinger Bands onto my Bank of America chart. If I want to change it to daily, I just click here on the tab. This is a daily chart with a Bollinger Band on top of it. The scroll bar is a little bit different. I think it's very cool that you can just click and drag, or just drag any of the edges to expand and compress the chart. So use that feature because I'm pretty sure you will enjoy it. If you want to remove the Bollinger Band, just click on it. You can see those white dots appear on them and press delete on the keyboard. Quick way to remove the Bollinger Band from the chart. When you get a chance, click on the gear on the chart because I'm pretty sure you're going to find a lot of the functionality that you're looking for. So like drawing tools, if you want to change the style of the chart, if you want to play around with the sessions, if you want to hide your orders. You know, we talked about charting being connected to your trading account and showing everything. But go here and play around with the functionality because I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy it. Also, there's two additional tabs that I'm going to talk about right now, which are News. Gives you news on the symbol that you have here on the top left. Very quickly, I can just type in and say, what are the news for Apple? And this will load news article for Apple. Let me maximize this so you can see more. And I can scroll through all the different articles that are coming through in the news app right here in web trading. So it's an interesting way of loading up news. And another one is, let me click here and open up the hot lists. These are lists that TradeStation provides on different filters. So if you're looking for percent gainers or percent losers or stocks that are trading the most, you come over here. Let's say these are all equities. These are the percent gainers for one day. But let's say that you want to see the percent gainers for the past 5 days. Then this list will go out there, look at all the stocks in the universe, and give you the top 25 that have gained the most in the last 5 days. We can see this symbol, AEZS, that is up 129% as of 5 days. That's interesting. And over here you have lists such as all the pricing lists, and you have volume lists and volatility lists. If you want to create a scan that goes out there and gives you the top 25 symbols that match any of the filters that are here. So that's the hot list. Give it a try because I'm pretty sure you're going to find it useful. So hot lists, news, we talked about orders, we talked about positions, and then you have your quotes up here. Let me reduce the size. You have different ways in which you can organize your tabs. So it's very simple to use. You just have to get your hands on it, take web trading for a test drive, and see if you like the functionality. At any moment, you can click on this trade button on the very top. That gives you the order bar, and you can do a standard order. You can do an OCO, OSO. We talked about that on the TradeStation platform. That's also available here. So if you want to do an entry order and do some sort of an OSO, that's also available here. Let me show you. Let's say that you want to do an entry along with a bracket so that you can have a profit target and a stop loss. If you select that type of order, notice how the trade bar on top sets up so that you can have a primary order and then two possible outcomes. One is going to be at a profit, and the other one is going to be at a loss, and you can send that type of order here as well. One thing that I want to explain to you also is that web trading is, well, all the settings that you set on web trading are saved to the browser. So that means that if you switch browsers, you're not going to find the settings that you set on this computer. Same applies if you switch to another computer. You may not see the list of symbols. So everything is saved locally to the browser, and eventually we're going to work on a cloud solution so that everything is shared by the cloud. Okay? Question from RA, can we be logged in both on a computer and the mobile? And yes, That's absolutely correct. You can be logged in on TradeStation software, which I am. I'm looking at my TradeStation here on my computer, and I'm also using another laptop where I'm using web trading, and I'm connected to both environments at the same time. In fact, you can also have a third connection using your phone and be connected to the mobile app at the same time as well. All right. Let me switch over here to the mobile device because I wanted to show you some of the features, but on the phone, which I'm pretty sure you're going to find useful. All right. This is my phone. When you unlock it, this is what the app looks like. There is a quotes window. You are able to add symbols to the quotes. How do you do that? Notice here on the top, I'm going to use my cursor here to point to things. There's a plus sign. I tap on the plus, and I can type in any symbol that I'd like to look at. Let's say that I want to keep an eye on SBUX, which is Starbucks. I tap it, and notice how it adds that symbol to the bottom of my list right here. So from the quotes window, which is the default view in the mobile device, I can tap on any of the symbols that are here to look at a detail pane. So if I tap on Starbucks, which is the last symbol on my list, it takes me to a detail view of Starbucks. And there's 4 different views I can look at. I can see a summary, news, chart, and options. Depending on which one you are looking at last, that's the one that is going to show up at the beginning. But let me show you summary. I'm going to tap on summary right here on the left, and it gives you a summary of Starbucks. It gives you what the intraday activity looks like. You can see a little graph right there on the top. You can see detailed information about the range. This is today's range, the low, the high, and what the current price is in relationship to today's range. And you can see the same thing for the 52-week high and low, and how the current price relates to the 52-week range. If I tap on news right there at the bottom, I can see news for Starbucks, and using my finger, I can scroll up on all the different news articles. It's very similar to the look that you find on web trading. If I tap on chart, I have a chart of Starbucks. Okay, using my fingers, I can pinch and zoom just to see more detail of the candles. It's an interesting way of looking at the chart. You also have the gear right here on the top of the chart. If you tap on that gear, it gives you a menu where you can add an indicator or a study. You can change the bar interval, the chart type, play around with the session. So very similar to the menu that you find on web trading, and you can find all that in here. Another thing that I wanted to show you is that you can trade from the chart itself. You know, I see the current price of Starbucks right here on the right-hand side is $58.72. I'm not sure if you can see it, but if I use my finger and I tap on the background and I release, I get this trade window. You can see how it says trade at 58.30, and I can use my finger to bring it down or up at any price. Right now it says trade at 57.90, and I can use my finger to tap on that green button, and it takes me to the order bar right here on my mobile device. Where this is a standard trade, I can do a limit order. You can see the price right in there at 57.90, and then I can just tap on buy to send that order through. This is my confirmation, and then click on send. Okay, the order results, that's okay. And then you see the order right there on the chart. You can see that blue line. Allow me to use my finger and adjust that price if I wanted to do so. So that's great functionality right here on the chart. I know that Starbucks is trading at 58.72 and my limit order is at 57.90. Let's raise it. I'm going to use my finger to tap on that blue little sticker and then raise the price up to 58.40. I release, and this is a cancel replace. I'm going to tap on that green button that you see there, replace order, and that cancels my original order and puts in a new one right there at 58.40. So great feature right from within the chart. If you want to go straight to trading, if you look here on the top corner, you have that trade button that allows you to go straight to the order bar if you want to submit a trade. And again, you have the standard trade, but you also have access to OCO and OSO functionality. So that more complex trade that we talked about, where you have a target and a stop loss, you can create it here. Let me tap on OCO for a moment. Notice that it gives you a little drop down, and I want to do a bracket order. I'm sorry, an order cancels order, an OSO with a bracket. If you do OSO with a bracket, that's a similar setup that we did on web trading, where you have the primary, which is the one on top, and then it branches into two possible scenarios if you want to do a target and a stop. But in this setup, you would have to tap on each one of the orders here. Let's say that I tap on the primary. It takes me to the information on the primary. Then I tap on the advanced little button here to go back. And then I tap on the second order to set the second order, and so forth. So it's a little bit more of back and forth until you set your orders because of the space management. But once you have all the information set on your order, you can send the order by tapping on that green button at the bottom that says Send Order. Let me go ahead and cancel out of this and go back. At the top, you have a button that allows you to go back. I'm back on my quotes window. And here from the quotes window, I'm going to show you this main menu. On the top left, it's the hamburger menu that allows you to go to the main menu for the app. And here we can access quotes, hot lists. So the same hot lists that we saw in web trading, you can access them here. We have, if you want to see a list of your orders, let me tap on orders for a moment. Notice that you have a menu on top if you want to see the open orders, the filled orders, and the canceled orders. Okay, so it's separated like that on the mobile device. Then you go back to the hamburger menu, to the main menu, and you have your positions. Let me tap on positions to show them to you. These are my open positions right now. Okay, Bank of America. This is the call. Remember the call that we traded in web trading? It's showing up here. So it doesn't matter where you put in the trade. The nice thing about all these apps is that they're interconnected, and in real time you can see how orders show up and disappear. We have Microsoft and Twitter. By tapping on the positions themselves, let's say that I tap on my Twitter position. Notice that I get a menu at the bottom, and I can quickly close my Twitter if I wanted to. Let me tap on Close Position, and this is telling me the account has one order for the symbol Twitter. Do you wish to cancel these orders before continuing? Yes, I'm going to say yes. Cancel the order because I had an active order. And now it's going to confirm the order for me, and I'm going to say Send. And you can see how Twitter is going to disappear from my list of open accounts. I get a TradeStation alert, dismiss it, click OK, and now, or tap on OK, and now you can see that Twitter is gone from my list of positions. Okay. R8, I see your question about downloading any kind of apps to use mobile or phone. You need to download the TradeStation mobile app. I guess I should have started there. So if you're a TradeStation user and you already have a username and password, you can log in on any mobile device. Let me take that back. Not any mobile device. It's going to be an iPhone, which uses an iOS environment, or you can use an Android phone. So if you have an Android environment or an iOS environment, you can go to the store. It's going to be the App Store for iPhone, and it's going to be the Google, or it's the Play Store for Android. You can tell that I'm more familiar with the iOS environment. But if you go to the Play Store in an Android, you can search for TradeStation Mobile and install the app on your phone. Okay, so let me go back to the main menu. I think that alerts, if you look over at the main menu here, alerts are pretty cool because alerts on the mobile device are server-based, which means that if you set up an alert here on your phone, you don't necessarily have to have the app open to get the alert pushed into your phone. Let me demonstrate. I'm going to create an alert by clicking on the plus on the top right corner. And I'm going to say, give me an alert on Starbucks. Okay, so I'm going to type it in. I'm going to tap on Starbucks. And I want to be alerted if Starbucks trades greater than or equal to, let me type in the price, $60. Trading at 58 right now, but I want to be alerted if it moves past 60. I tap on Create if you see the Create board right here on the top right. And that's created an alert right here for Starbucks, and it's working on my phone. I don't have to be looking at my phone. I don't have to have the trading app open on my phone, but as soon as Starbucks trades at 60 or more, I'm going to get a push notification that you get the notifications on your lock screen, which I think is very useful. So I tap on Done, and I have my alerts there, which are server-based. I mean, the alerts here are different than on the software, because on the software, you can turn on an alert, but TradeStation needs to be running and it needs to be connected. On the phone is different. They're server-based, and I think it's a great feature and added benefit. Let's go back to the main menu, and I wanted to show you something else. Here, let me lock my phone, and you can see how it's going to send you push notifications. I'm looking at my TradeStation platform on my computer. I'm going to close that call that we opened up or traded using web trading just a moment ago. So I'm going to come over here to my computer. I'm going to leave my phone here, and you're going to see how it's going to push the notification. I'm going to right-click on my call, close it, at market right now. I'll say yes, order filled, and take a look. My phone gives me a push notification. It was locked, and now it says filled, sell 1 Cisco at 34 cents market. So any order that is working out there in your account and gets filled, you're going to get a push notification onto your phone that an order has been filled in your account, which I think it's very convenient as well. And this is turned on by default. And once you install the app, notifications will be on. You can leave them on so that any trading activity will be pushed and notified to you over the phone. Okay. Daniel, most certainly you can do options on the phone. So if I open up my app again, and let's say that I go to my quotes, okay? Let's say that I go to applied material. This is AMAT. Let's say that I look at the options for AMAT. So right here at the bottom, you see options. I tap on options. Okay, and from here I can just trade any options that I'd like. At the top you see the vertical, it's showing verticals, but let me tap on that drop down and say single. I'm just going to trade one single option. Okay, so the 46 strike price for AMAT is selling at 80 cents. So if I tap on that 80 cent, it's going to send it at the bottom. You can see the option right here at the bottom, and I'm going to trade it. Okay, so that's my option right here with a 46 strike price. Let's do a market order instead, and then send the order. Okay, I confirm the order and I say send. Order filled. I get an audible confirmation that my order got filled. And now if I go to my positions, let me tap here on the hamburger menu and go to my positions. Okay, my AMAT call is right there on the top. I'm going to tap on it and say close this position. See at the bottom it says close this position. I'm going to say, actually no, I'm just going to tap on trade. I'm going to trade this position. So it's going to populate my call right there in my order bar, and I can set a stop market on that at any given moment. So you can select if the price drops to 70, I want to sell to close. It gives me the confirmation, I send it, and I tap on OK. So that's sending a stop on an actual options position that I just entered on my phone. All right, so all the functionality is there. What I do recommend is that you take your phone, install the app, and give the app a test drive, because all the functionality is there. You just have to get your fingers on it, use it, and you're going to see how easy it is to run TradeStation Mobile on any device. All right, so that's the end of our class. Thank you everyone for your time. Thank you for being part of the TradeStation family, and I hope to see you all in a future event right here at TradeStation. Good day everyone. Bye-bye.